So today is our week 7 of MIS class. We're gonna talk about payment system, fraud, and security in e-commerce. But uh, I need to finalize your grouping for next week because tomorrow you will have a replacement class and will be our week 9, and based on the outline next Wednesday will be our week 9, which supposed to have a case study presentation. Yeah, I know Mr. Muhammad Asif, but you, Mr. Harun, and some other guys from week 1 assigned to the same group. You were supposed to work, but if not, no problem. You still have 1 week. I'm I'm almost positive that consider this issue that you are only 2 guys. I said maybe one of your friends uh, join you today or tomorrow. No, Miss Nadia, Muhammad Asif is not in your group, and you also emailed me, and I said no, it's not accepted. You are not alone to do anything you want. No, I wasn't assigned Mr. Asif to your group, Miss Nadia. Okay, the group is finalized. 3 groups we already finalized in last week. You can refer to the record file of last week. And for today, Mr. Muhammad Asif and Mr. Harun supposed to work on case study number 4. I emailed you the files. You have it. Case number 4 is BNC Bank on Enterprise Applications. And group 1, 2, 3 already finalized. Group 1 case is Hong Kong's new virtual communication prosper with new IP. The country fire authority responds with new system. Group 4 PNC Bank on enterprise application. I already emailed you an Excel file, your name, and your case study. So the grouping is changed, but the case will be same. Group 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me upload the file here again for you guys and finalize this issue from week 1. We're just talking about grouping. Let me upload the file for you guys here and finalize this issue and then go to our lecture. It's an online class, guys. It's e-learning, online class. It's MBA. The physical location is not important for us. Guys, it's week 7 of our class, and we are not supposed to talk about grouping, but still we're challenging with your groups. It shouldn't be like this. So this case study, I'm gonna finalize it. Group 1, Mr. Nusrat Nuristani, Muhammad Arab, Najibullah Shukur, David Ayumi, Samir Jam. Your case will be number 1. Hong Kong's new world telecommunication prosper with new IT infrastructure. Group 2. Nisar Ahmed, Mohibullah Qadri, Shah Faisal, Idris Rahimi, and Shukrullah. Your case will be better data, help urban mobile Australia, win the customer wars. Group 3. Miss Nadia, Miss Vida, Asadullah, Riazullah, and Jahadullah will be in group 3, and your case, I think your case is changed. You email me a request to work on something else. I agree and you work on your own case. So do not consider case number 3. Case number 4 for group 4, which is Mr. Muhammad Asif and Mr. Muhammad Harun, and maybe a friend or two friends of you will join by today or tomorrow, and your case will be PNC Bank on enterprise applications. So this is finalized. Okay, any question? I think your friend that already joined the class, Mr. Mobin Mansour. I think he's not in any group we already named, so you can, yeah, Mr. Mohammed Harun can be, but if not, you need to work with Mr. Mohammed Asif, and I will consider that you will only two members. I think Mr. Moby man who has approved because they are not in the class and they learn. But it's okay. If you can find them and we work with you, it's okay for me. So group 4, Mr. Asif, Mr. Muhammad Harun, and two other friends, Mr. Harun just mentioned, and your friend, Mr. Abdul Mobin. Maybe you try to email Mr. Abdul Mobin as well. Okay, guys, everything clear? Let me write it down. So, Mr. Asif and Mr. Harun, you can exchange your email right now here in the class, and you will start working on your case immediately because you only have 1 week. So, guys, be noted that I repeat again, tomorrow we will have a replacement class, and by tomorrow, which will be our week 8, our lectures will be finished by tomorrow. And then next Wednesday will be your class 9, week 9 of your class, and your case study presentation. We may have a 2-hour class because we're gonna have 4 presentation. Each presentation may take 20 to 30 minutes, and so all of you should participate and should present. So please be in class on time. We're not losing our time. And then week 10, 11, 12, based on our outline, we will continue. But for today, we talk about uh, e-commerce security. Next, tomorrow, Thursday, we talk about knowledge management, and next Wednesday will be your case study presentation. Miss Lida, it depends on you, but I want you to have, I want to see your contribution to the topic you already choose. Okay? And maybe you can prepare it as a paper, and after that you can work on to publish for publishing, or maybe it can be a journal article, anything you prepare to work on. it's okay, it's accepted. It will be acceptable, you know? Yeah, 10 pages is great. Okay, of course, with reference. Okay, guys, everything clear? I think Mr. Abdul Mubin can hear us now that he just joined the class. No, Mr. Asif, why double work? Because your group already 4 5%. It's okay. You can start working on your project. No worries. So you can see the cases here again. Mr. Abdul Mubin Mansour may join group 4, which is Mr. Muhammad Asif and Muhammad Harun. You can exchange your emails now. And guys, if there is some confusing issue or something about your case, your time, your presentation, it's all your fault. It's not my fault. I assigned all of you to groups by week 2, but today is week 7. You are still challenging with your grouping, and it's not my fault. You yourself want to work on your own group. Some of you email me, some do not consider anything. It wasn't important for you. So we finalized last week 3 groups, and today we add another group, and this one is finalized. Guys, an academic paper is, you know, a paper can be just a theory, can have some graph, some result or something. It depends on you. But if I insist that it should be an academic paper, because last term, previous term, some guys email me and send me a academic paper, but it was a PowerPoint slide. So it wasn't a research, it wasn't paper. Okay, I'm losing our time. Okay, let's talk about e-commerce payment system, fraud, and security. Uh, Before going, guys, if you have a question, please email me and let's have our lecture and we are losing our time. Please email me regarding your case, your assignments, anything, please email me. Okay, guys? Thank you. So, chapter 8 and 10 of your book, you talk about payment system, fraud, and security. You know, guys, if you're gonna operate a business today, these days, so you need to make security a top priority in your business. Why is security? Security refers to the policies, procedures, technical measures which used to prevent unauthorized access, alteration, theft, or physical damage of your information system, or maybe you cause cause losing your information. And you also need to have some controlling method. Controls, when we say control, means the methods, policies, or organizational procedure that ensure the safety of the organization's assets. So the accuracy and reliability of its record and operational adherence to management standards. So in any business these days, particularly in the online businesses, e-commerce businesses, security should be Very important issue and should be a top priority. So let's talk about payment system fraud and security. So payment revolution. Today we are in the midst of worldwide payment revolution with cards and electronic payments taking the place of cash and checks. We are all agree with this issue that you do your payment by using card or maybe some online methods. A number of factors come into play in determining whether a particular method of e-payment achieves critical mass. So we are in the payment revolution and uh, going toward, online systems. You need to, you know, um, save in your cards and what time and how and what procedure you can use and you can apply this card. So electronic cards contain information that can be used for payment purposes. So we can have different type of cards: credit card, charge card, debit card. Credit card and charge card all almost the same. You should have credit. The bank, based on your your relation with the bank, with, the transaction your bank account have or some other issue, your business, anything, they give you some credit. You can buy something, uh, and then you need to repay the bank. But debit card, when you have money in your bank, in your account, you can use your debit card. So in purchasing cars online, uh, two things should be considered: authorization and settlement. Authorization means determine whether a buyer's card is active and whether the customer has sufficient funds. And settlement means transferring money from the buyer to the merchant's account. So first authorization, then settlement. There are three basic configurations for processing online payment used by merchants. First, own the payment software. Some merchants, some retailers have their own software, and you use their software for payments and for transferring money or exchanging money with them. Use a point of sale system or POS operated by an acquirer. Some merchant may have a small device we call it POS. You go and use your card uh, with this device and can transfer money. And use the POS operated by payment service provider. What is payment service provider or PSP? Payment service provider is a third-party service connecting merchants' EC system to the appropriate acquiring bank or financial institution. PSPs must be registered with the various card associations they support. So it's a third party between merchants website, merchants account, and the bank. The key participants in processing card payment online include the following: acquiring bank, credit card association, customer, issuing bank, merchant, P, per- sorry, payment processing system, and processor. So in using payment cards online, you may have, facing some fraudulent card transaction. So the key tools used in combating fraud are AVS, CVN, and negative list. AVS means address verification system. This system or this tool detects fraud by comparing the address entered on a web page with the address information on file with the cardholder's issuing bank. Card verification number or CVN is detect fraud by comparing the verification number printed on the signature scribe on the back of the card with the information on file with the cardholder's issuing bank. And negatively, this is clear. There, there should be some blacklist or negatively. So here you can see a smart card is a Visa card, an electronic card containing an embedded microchip that enables predefined operation or the addition, deletion, or manipulation of information on the card. You can see here the embedded chip, or maybe these days you can have uh, cards with RFID technology, and these kind of cards can be contactless. Here you can see here smart card type of the smart card, contact card and contactless. Contact card means same as the one you already seen in previous slide. A smart card containing a small gold plate on the face that when inserted in a smart card reader makes contact and passes data to and from the embedded network. What is contactless card? A smart card with an embedded antenna by means of which data and application are passed to and from a card reader, unit or other device without contact between the card and the card reader. It's a, you remember we talked about RFID technology? This contactless card using that technology. So you need to have a smart card reader. Activates and reads the contents of the chip on a smart card, usually passing the information onto a host system. A smart card operating system is needed to operate, to analyze and process the information data. Special system that handles file management, security, input, output, and command execution, and provides an application programming interface or API for smart card. So all the transaction uh, and the connections will be established and analyzing and processing by a smart card operating system. What is e-check? E-check is a legally valid electronic version of representation of a paper check. You all know, uh, paper check. What is paper check and how you all know how to use it. So e-check is a electronic version of a paper check. What is Automated Clearing House or ACH network? A nationwide batch-oriented electronic funds transfer system that provides for the interbank clearing of electronic payments for participating financial institutions. It's like a third party between the banks because you may use some different banks and the merchant have another bank. So there should be some third party to communicate and to connect these two banks or maybe some financial institution involved in these transactions. You can see here processing e-check with, for example, authorize.net. You as a customer using the internet to buy some product or something. And authorize.net is responsible of, it's a company, considered as a company which is responsible of uh, doing the, bank transaction for you. Authorize.net bank, ACH network, you remember we talked about ACH network, the third party between the, Authorize.net bank and customers bank. You follow the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back to ACH, 6, Authorize.net, and finally your money will bank into the merchant's bank account. Okay? It seems you just use the internet and connect to the merchant website and buy some products, but in behind different to trans. So we're going to consider B2B electronic payment here and B2B payment practice. The goal of financial supply chain management is to optimize, we have financial supply chain management. When we go to B2B, it means businesses to businesses. So you need to have financial supply chain management. So the goal of financial supply chain management system is to optimize account payable, account receivable, cash management, working capital, transaction costs, financial risk, financial administration. So when we talk about the relationship and online banking between two businesses, these different parties should be managed in a proper way. So we need to have financial supply chain management. What is EIPP? Enterprise Invoice Presenting and Paying B2B Invoice, EIPP options, ACH network should be there. Purchasing cards or P cards, or can be letter of credit or LC. Purchasing cards is a special purpose payment cards issued to a company's employees to be used solely for purchasing non-strategic material and service up to a preset dollar limit or something. What is letter of credit or LC? LC is a written agreement by a bank to pay the seller on account for the buyer a sum of money upon presentation of certain documents. So it means the bank guarantees that the buyer will pay to the seller. So this was some issue about the payment, but our most focus will be on the security. With e-commerce security, computer security refers to the protection of data, network, computer program, computer power, resources, and other elements of computerized information system. CSI, Computer Crime and Security Survey, is the annual security survey of U.S. corporations, government agencies, financial and medical institutions, and universities conducted jointly by the FBI and the Computer Security Institute. In some other countries may have their own CSI as well. Here you can see the major computer attack incidents in 2008. You can see here viruses, 3%, insider abuse, 44%, laptop theft, 42, unauthorized access, denial of service or DOS attack, instant messaging abuse, goods theft or loss of customer data. And the major, security methods used in 2008, antivirus software, boots. I will talk about boots later. I think we will have it in some slides later. Boots. It's kind of infected systems that take the control of your systems, and the hacker use this infected system to infect some other systems, like hijacking or something. So major security methods in 2008, antiviruses, firewall. We can have software firewall as well as hardware one, VPN, virtual private networks, anti-spyware software, encryption of data transit, intrusion detection system, vulnerability management tools, web filtering, intrusion prevention system, application level firewall. See here, application level firewall means software, but here firewalls can be hardware. Encryption of data, log management software, server-based access control. So these are different methods for uh, preventing attacks to your computer, to your network, to your system. So major security methods you can see here and with their own percentage. So the information security problem. What is the problem here? The problem is with domain name system or DNS. You remember in networking chapter we talked about this thing. We said each computer in network got an IP address which is unique, like a postcode or something. This IP address can redirect you to a website. So experts in security uh, claim that the internet design is vulnerable because of domain name system or DNS, because each computer got an address. And by using this address, some hacker or some bad guys can access to your account, can access to your websites. And the other problems, which is highlighted here, internet underground economy. It's an e-markets for stolen information made up of thousands of websites that sell credit card numbers, social security number, other data, such as number of bank accounts, social network ID, password, and much more. So, like any other physical market or some e-marketplaces, we already talked about it. We can also have some underground economy market on internet. So there is some e-market for selling the stolen information. One method for stealing your information is a keystroke logging or key logging, a method of capturing and recording user keystroke. It can be a software, it can be a hardware that capture anything you enter. For example, you're using keyboard, you enter some password. This software or this hardware can steal and can capture your information and send it to anyone that the system already programmed to send. So we talk about security, and now we are more familiar with security itself. But now we shift to e-commerce, and we're going to consider the basic e-commerce security issues and landscape. So we need to have some terminology. Business continuity plan. What is business continuity plan? A plan that keeps the business running after disaster occurs. Each function in the business should have a valid recovery capability plan. So big businesses have their own business continuity plan. Once a disaster happens, once a disaster occurs, they need to have some plan for combating or for helping them to be able to continue their business. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is international crimes carried out on the internet. Exposure, the estimated cost, loss, or damage that can result if a threat exploits a malware or malicious software is a generic term for malicious software. Okay, there is some program or some software that do some bad work on your system. Phishing, with PH, not S. Phishing is a crime where techniques to steal the identity of the target company to get the identities of its customers. Risk, the probability that the vulnerability will be known and used. Social engineering, a type of non-technical. Social engineering means a non-technical attack that uses some reviews to trick user into revealing information or performing an action that compromises the computer or network. Spam, you are familiar with spam and junk mail, the electronic equivalent of junk mail or spam. What is vulnerability? Vulnerability means weaknesses in software or other mechanisms that threaten the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of an asset. It can be directly used by a hacker to gain access to a system or network. Zombies Zombies are computers infected with malware that are under the control of a scammer, hacker, or other crimes. Boots, you already asked what is boots. Boots is something like zombies. So, we continue basic e-commerce security issues and language tools. Security scenarios and requirements in e-commerce. So, e-commerce security requirements are authentication, authorization, non-repudiation. Authentication or verification or confirmation is process to verify to assure that the real identity of an individual computer program, or electronic commerce website. Authorization means permission, means approval. Authorization means process of determining whether what the authenticated entity is allowed to access and what operation is allowed to perform. So first, you need to verify the guide, verify the website. Then you need to have their permission, their authorization, what they are authorized to do. And non-repudiation is a service that provides proof of the integrity and origin of data, assurance that online customers or trading partners cannot falsely deny or repudiate their purchase or transaction. So we're going to consider some technical attack methods here. Virus, you are all familiar with virus. It's a software code. A professional guy, a programmer, uh, program it and send it to different computers to affect their system. Worm is another uh, kind of, bad software like viruses, almost familiar. Trojan horse is another program that appears to have useful function but contains a hidden function that presents a security risk. Banking Trojan is a Trojan that comes to life when computer owners visit one of a number of online banking or e-commerce sites. Here you can see how computer virus can spread. You know, here a virus starts when a programmer writes a program that embeds itself in a host program. So virus written by a programmer. So it could be a professional guy, but the work is not professional. Then the virus attaches itself and travels anywhere that the host program or piece of data travels, whether on CD, local area networks, or bulletin boards. And then the virus is set up by either a time limit or some set of circumstances, possibly a simple sequence of computer operation by the user, example, open an attachment, then it does whatever the virus programmer intended, whether it is to print, have a nice day, or erase some data, or do some physical damage to your system. So this is how a computer virus can spread. Let's continue with technical attack methods. Denial of service or DOS attack. You can attack on a website in which an attacker uses specialized software to send a flood of data packets to the target computer with the aim of overloading its resources. So a flood of packets sends to your system and causes your system to down. That's why we call it denial of service or DOS attack in short. Botnet, you asked about what is boot or bootnet. Bootnet is a jargon term for a collection of software agents or robots that run separately and automatically. The term is most commonly associated with malicious software, but it can also refer to a network of computers using distributed computing software. A huge number, for example, hundreds of thousands of hijacked internet computers that have been set up to forward traffic, including spam and viruses, to other computers on the internet. See, some computers in the network, in the internet, hijacked and used and be used to send spam or viruses to some other guy. Okay, this is about bootnet and phishing. From phishing to financial fraud and crime. See here, this guy is a fisher. Fisher, who is Fisher? Fisher tries to steal the identity of people in the internet. Okay, so number one, phishing method. And this fisher using some phishing method, and these two victims, their information is still confidential, sensitive information. So now fisher have the information, have the people's confidential or sensitive information. Now this guy, this fisher, can become a criminal. In 4A, he himself commits financial fraud or crime. And maybe these guys sell this information in an underground e-market and then become criminal. So till here, this guy, get access and reach to some victims' information. Until here, there isn't crime, there isn't any crime happening. So only some phishing happened. But if this guy use this information to commit financial fraud or sell this information, now it becomes criminal and there will be some penalty for him in law, in cyber law. So from phishing to financial fraud and crime. And there is some information about phishing here. We talked about this. Phishing is the trustworthy entity in an electronic communication declaring to be from popular social websites, auction site, online payment processor, or IT administrators are commonly used to lure the unsuspecting public. Phishing is typically carried out by email or instant messaging and often directs users to enter details at a fake website whose look and feel are almost identical to the legitimate one. It may require tremendous skill to detect that the website is fake. Here, how phishing is accomplished. You know, you're supposed to go to your bank account and do some, online banking activities. Okay, and what the fisher, the hackers, they prepare a website exactly look like your bank account website, your bank's website. Okay, guys, you enter the bank website, but these guys redirect you to some bad website. So you're supposed to visit a good website, but they redirect you to a bad website. Okay, and the bad site sends obfuscated exploit for vulnerability on end user system, and the malware installed without user notice. Malware sends private data to hackers. So for example, they redirect you to a fake website. You key in your ID and password. They steal it and go to the good website and get access to your information. So let's continue by phishing, financial fraud, and scam. Fraud on the internet. Click fraud. Click fraud is a type of fraud that occurs in pay-per-click advertising when a person, automated system, or computer program simulate individual clicks on banner or other online advertising methods. It's a kind of fraud. Identity theft is a fraud that involves stealing the identity of a person, using that identity and pretending to be someone else in order to steal money or get other benefits. Phishing, financial fraud, and spam. Email spam, the subset of spam that involves nearly identical messages sent to numerous recipients by email. Search engine spam also can have search engine spam. Pages created deliberately to trick the search engine into offering inappropriate, redundant, or poor quality search results. Spam site page that uses techniques that deliberately challenge the search engine's algorithms to artificially inflate the page's ranking. S-plug or spam plug is short for spam plug, a site created solely for marketing purposes, spyware software that gathers users' information over an internet connection without the user's knowledge and send it back to the originator. So the information assurance model and defense strategy. We talked about the attacks and different kind of frauds. Now we need to have some information assurance model and defense strategy. First, you should know what is CIA. Security tries, CIA tries. CIA stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Three security concepts important to information on the internet: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality means assurance of data privacy and accuracy, keeping private or sensitive information from being disclosed to unauthorized individuals, entities, or processes. So what is integrity? Integrity is assurance that stored data has not been modified without authorization. A message that was sent is the same message that was received. And availability means assurance that access to data, the website, or other electronic commerce data service is timely, available, reliable, and restricted to unauthorized users. We are talking about unauthorization. And you can see here CIA security price, confidentiality, availability, and integrity. CIA. So the defense one, access control, encryption, and PKI. Access control mechanism that determines who can legitimately use a network resources. You can have passive token, active token. Passive token is a storage device, like a magnetic stripe, that contains a secret code used in a two-factor authentication system. Example, plastic card with magnetic stripe containing a hidden code. You can have active token, small standalone electronic device that generates one-time password using a two-factor authentication system. Biometric control, an automated method for verifying the identity of a person based on physical or behavioral characteristics. Biometric system? Biometric system is an authentication system that identifies a person by measurement of biological characteristics such as fingerprint, iris, or eye pattern, facial feature, or no information security. Encryption and the one key or symmetric system. Encryption, the process of scrambling or encrypting a message in such a way that it is difficult, expensive, or time-consuming for an unauthorized person to unscramble or decrypt it. Symmetric or private key encryption is a method and encryption system that uses the same key to encrypt and decrypt the message. So when you encrypt some information, you need to have some key for decrypting. See here, you want to encrypt uh, some message. You have plain text sender, wants send some plain text, and by using some encryption method, we will have ciphertext. Ciphertext is a text that you cannot, it cannot be read. It's like a code or something. And receiver can have plain text because they have private key for decrypting these ciphertext. So sender encrypt with a private key and send it as a ciphertext, and in a receiver use the same private key to decrypt the information. Because this system as a PKI or public key infrastructure, a scheme for securing e-payment using public key encryption and various technical components. Public or asymmetric key encryption is a method of encrypting that uses a pair of match key, a public key to encrypt a message and a private key to decrypt it, or vice versa. What is public key, private key? Public key encryption code that is publicly available to anyone. Private key encryption code that is known only to its owner. The defense one, digital signature or digital certificate, validates the sender and timestamp of the transaction, so it cannot be later claimed that the transaction was unauthorized or invalid. Like a signature, you have authorization to sign something. So this one is digital version. You can have digital envelope, the combination of the encrypted original message and the digital signature using the recipient's public key. But it's CA certificate authorities, third parties that issue digital signatures, digital certificates. SSL or secure socket layer means a protocol that utilizes standard certificates for authorization for authentication and data encryption to ensure privacy or confidentiality. Firewall, you are all familiar with, a single point between two or more networks where all incoming and outgoing traffic must pass, or choke point. The device authenticates, control, and log all traffic, usually located on the gateway and server. And the point your network gonna connect to some external party. You almost locate the firewall on that point. We call it gateway. So defense to securing e-commerce networks, virtual private network or VPN, you are already familiar. A network that uses the public internet to carry information but remains private by using encryption to scramble control to verify the identity of anyone using the network. Intrusion detection system or IDS. Intrusion detection system is a special category of software that can monitor activity across a network or on a host computer, watch for suspicious activity, and take automated action based on what it sees. HoneyNet, a network of honeypots. What is honeypot? Production system, example, firewall, routers, web server, database server, that looks like it does the real work, but that acts as a decode, as a trap, okay, and is watched to study how network intrusion occur. So, Aminet is a system, the network. It's it's established. It's look like your real network to to study the security level of your network. Pen test or penetration test, a method of evaluating the security of a computer system or network by simulating an attack from a malicious source. It's another method, penetration test or pen test. The defense tree, general controls and other defense mechanisms. General establish controls established to protect the system overall, regardless of the specific application, for example, protecting hardware and controlling access to the data center. Application control that are intended to protect a specific application. Intelligent agents. Intelligent agents are software applications that have some degree of reactivity, autonomy, and adaptability as is needed in unpredictable attack situations. An agent is able to react or adapt itself based on changes occurring in its environment. You can see here. See, we have all our agents here, and here is a bad one. Agent is collective, communicate over secure links on the internet or an intranet. Malicious agents, this one, malicious agents, the agent with forms, are detected and cut off from the collective. Property authenticated data is allowed into the collective, but bad information is rejected. So, intelligent agent, very advanced method of defensing in information security. So, thank you guys. These are all about payment methods, security, and different defense methods. I would like to share this information with you to to help you to have some information about the online environment, virtual environment, because the company is going online. You yourself also going to use e-commerce method or online shopping or anything. You need to be familiar with these issues. You need to consider these issues, particularly when you go to have some business or B2B activities on the internet. You need to after that this step you also need to have some information about cyber law. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Is there any question? Yes, Mr. Harun. Mr. Mohammed Harun.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Do you hear me?
Mr. Harun? Yes,
Thanks,
I can
good
hear you,
evening.
Mr. Harun.
I just want to know more about our assignment, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. According to today's lecture, we are supposed to do the presentation, the case study presentation next week. Yes?
Yes, right. Mr. Harun, do you have the outline file? We already
Yes,
emailed
I
to
do.
all of you. Okay,
Yes.
you can follow that one. And by tonight, I will email all of you the finalized group and the case again for the last time.
Okay, because I don't have the case.
I've just showed you the case here. See? You're supposed to work on this one.
That's just a topic. That is just a topic.
Yeah,
We have to find the material.
Mr. Mohammed, material you yourself should go do some research and find some information. I will only give the topic, and the group need to work on this topic, gather some information about, for example, PNC Bank, and also talk about enterprise application. This case is going to talk about PNC Bank and using the enterprise application which helps this bank to prosper.
Okay. Okay.
It's clear, Mr. Harun, now?
Yes. Other assignments are also done in the group.
Pardon?
Other assignments like the business
No,
plan presentation and the study paper, these are also in group or individual?
no, Mr. Mohammed, you had two individual assignment and two group one. This one is a group case study. And the last one, which is a business plan, e-commerce business plan, that one also is a group assignment, but you need to have academic paper and weblog
Okay.
as
Academic
an
paper and
individual.
weblog is individual.
Okay, yes, individual, great.
Okay.
Thank you,
The business plan should be a very comprehensive one, about 40, 50 pages, or something different.
It depends on you. It depends. I leave it on your creativity and innovativeness.
Because we are
It's
doing
all
the same. We are doing the same for entrepreneurship class. Is that okay to make
no. This
same business?
one, I don't know what you did there, but this one I want you to have an e-commerce one, an online
E-commerce.
business.
Okay.
Yes, I want you to have an online business. Online
Okay.
business plan.
Okay. Okay. Fine, sir.
Okay, great,
Thank you.
great.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Arif, thank you for reminding me. I will email you the rest. There will be another 4 slides for week 5 to 8. I will email you uh, mm, after the class, and I'll also email all of you the finalized group. Now we have 4 groups, the finalized group and the cases. Cases is the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we already talked about our groups. Group 1, Mr. Nusrat, Mr. Muhammad, Najibullah, Javi, Samir. Group 2, uh, Mr. Ahmed, Muhibullah, Shah Faisal, Idris, Shakurullah. Group 3, Nadia, Ziza, Asadullah, Riyadullah, Jahadullah. Group 4, Asif, Harun, maybe Mr. Another friend of you, Abdul Mubin, Bakhtash. Mr. Harun said you can join Mr. Bakhtash and Mr. Mahfouz, but I haven't have them in the class, but maybe they can join you. So I will email you the finalized group and the case will be same for each group. And next week, tomorrow, we'll have another class. We're going to talk about knowledge management. And next Wednesday will be your case study presentation. Please, for next Wednesday, please be in class on time because each group may take 20 to 30 minutes, and we will have a 2-hour class or maybe more. And the only things I already forgot by next maximum next Monday, I should receive all the group's case study slides. All the groups should email me their slides by next Monday. Okay, guys? Monday, I should receive all your cases. I need one day to have a look at your cases, and then on Wednesday, you will present your slides. Yeah, slides, you should email all of your slides to me, guys. All the groups should email me the slides. Group 1, 2, 3, 4. By Monday, you should email me the slides. Then on Wednesday, you will present your slides. Okay? Great. I think Group 1 already emailed me. I have your file. Yeah, it's okay, no problem. Group 2, 3, and 4 by next Monday should email me. Okay, guys? Everything clear? Is there any question or everything clear? Yeah, I think you email me in Word and I ask you to change or maybe prepare some PowerPoint slides. Okay, great, great. Guys, by next Monday, all the groups should email me the slides, PowerPoint slides, the one you're gonna present in the class. Okay, guys? And the other thing is all the group members participate in presentation. You may need to divide your presentation into different parts, and each part, any one of you takes responsibility to present it. Okay, guys? Everything clear? Any other question? Or maybe you can email me if you have question about your assignments or anything. And the other thing, by week uh, 11, we gonna, mark your weblog. So you need to do some activity. You're supposed to have at least some posts once a week, you know. But if you weren't so active, please use these 2 weeks to be very active in your weblog because by week 11, we're gonna mark your uh, weblogs. Okay, guys? Great. If there is any question, you can ask here or maybe you can email me. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention. And we will have tomorrow another class. Please be noted, another class tomorrow. It's a replacement one. And next week, we look forward to having a very good presentation, case study presentation. Okay, great. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a good night.